welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited to get into today's pick a card because today we're doing an urgent message from Spirit, from your angels, your entire ancestor team, anyone who is on your spiritual team. There is a message that was meant to find you today. There are many messages that'll come up in this reading. I literally had to stop everything I was doing and just get into this reading. Usually I do romance readings on this channel, so interesting. I'm excited to see what comes up. Anyways, my Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video. If you need more time with the piles, you can always pick more than one pile. We've got group 1 with the rose quartz crystal point. Group 2 with the sunstone crystal point. Group 3 with the tiger's eye crystal point. And group 4 with the finchonite crystal point. So take as much time as you need. Like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just gonna jump right in. All right, if you chose group 1 with the rose quartz crystal point, this is your reading. We're gonna be using the Crystal Visions Tarot for you today to get your urgent message. We're going to tap into blessings as well. Whatever is meant to find you, whatever you need to know, whatever you need to hear, that is the intention of this message today, Spirit. Show me for group 1 their urgent message, blessing. What do they need to know? Let's see what we got. So we have shedding the old, and then we have persistent drive. And what's so interesting is immediately I heard imposter syndrome. You guys may be really struggling with imposter syndrome right now because it's like you're between who you know you are and you want to be, but you don't feel like you're all the way there yet. You don't feel like everything in your 3D reality has caught up to that version of you. So it kind of feels like even to yourself when you're alone, sometimes you have to fake it and you don't like that. It makes you question yourself. And then we have love where you are. Spirit is saying you need to be in the same space. So specifically for someone, this has to do with your housing situation. Your job has gotten better, but it's like you still can't secure a better house. Or, you know, you can see blessings coming through, Spirit's getting people out of your life that are, you know, negative for you, everything. Like you can see your spiritual power increasing. Like there's a bunch of things changing. But when it specifically comes to this one thing, your housing situation, where you live, it's like no matter what, you can't seem to get out of that space, like physically. So we have shedding the old, and like I said, I mean, this is where I should have started. We have love where you are, because this is what told me Spirit is saying, like, okay, there's something special, or there's a specific reason why you are where you physically are right now. This one says, use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect your heart to your head when determining what you would like. So right away, Spirit is saying where you are, you're here for a specific reason. There is a reason why you are where you physically are. And I get this energy of like there is going to be an opportunity, a new move, but it's going to be perfect. The place that I'm staying in now, I have to tell this story, it's short, don't worry, but the place that I'm staying in now, I was finally in a position where I had built enough history to where I could, you know, move somewhere without a cosign or anything like that. And I was making enough money, but every place that I was touring, I was looking for apartments. Every place that I was touring was just like, it just didn't fit my energy, my vibe. It wasn't where I wanted to live. Everything just seemed so expensive. So one day I'd already looked at a few apartments like in person at this point, set up appointments, all these things. One day I literally, my screen just refreshes itself on my phone and there's one listing that shows up. And it was the place that I'm in now. And when I stepped into this place, I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. And it was so easy and effortless, the process. Like there was the most crappy apartment that I could easily afford, but the guy was giving me such a hard time because yeah, I do YouTube, but you can still prove your income doing YouTube, you know? But he was just like, I'm telling you, YouTube just completely threw him off. Story within a story. Why, when I went to tour the apartment and we started to talk about my job, he literally pulled my YouTube channel up on his computer and he started playing my videos. And I'm not talking about this channel, I'm talking about my other channel. If you know, you know. It's different over there, okay? So it was so embarrassing. Like, anyways, I get an energy like that. Spirit is saying, connect your heart to your head because I know what you want, but remain rooted and grounded because I don't want you to end up accepting somewhere else or moving somewhere else just to like feel like, okay, my life embodies how I feel, because it's not gonna make you feel that way, or something's gonna be off about it. Spirit is bringing you in a specific opportunity. We have shedding the old. There is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so that you will be able to see these new prospects. So a lot of these cards are talking about receiving and seeing, accepting, not about doing the most to manifest, not about making moves, not about taking action even. The energy that I get from Spirit for you guys is like, no, stop, slow down. Don't make that decision. These things are final. You know, wait, be patient. I even have a story about that, but I'm not going to come through with like 10 million stories today. But like, I even have a story about that where I bought this car that was the make and model that I wanted, but it was not the exact car that was meant for me. And because of that car, I live in Michigan. The car is not good at all in winter, but the one that I was originally supposed to get would be really, really good in winter. But because I was impatient, I was like, no, I want the car now. I have everything. I'm ready. I got the coins. Like, take my bread and give me my new car. Okay, I'm ready for that embodiment. It was the wrong one. So now I have this car and I'm going to have this car and I'm going to struggle like I'm at my last ascension still, because I didn't listen and wait and be patient for my unit. You guys are in a very powerful time, group one. Spirit is about to bless you majorly, like life-changing majorly. But Spirit is handpicking every opportunity and every shift and every change for you. And it's going to be perfect. Like, it's going to be amazing, perfect for you. Do not be impatient with this, you guys. Do not be impatient. And then we have persistent drive. That one says, see what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time for you to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. So again, intuition, instincts, being tapped into those things would be beneficial for you. But Spirit is saying, keep going and keep, you know, staying in position, doing what you're supposed to do, doing what I'm calling you to do. But don't look at what you're being called to do as the thing that's going to create the crazy combination. I got that part. Just keep, you know, keep being like, for an example, like, so I'm doing YouTube. That's what I do. But as a YouTuber or a creative at all, fashion influencer period, anyone who does anything just as a personality online, you have to have a strong sense of self. You have to be tapped into the divine, because if you start trying to feed into the algorithm or what the people want, that's when your shit never pops off. We call it going viral because there's no perfect equation to it. It's just like, I went viral, when really that's God, like Spirit, the divine, coming through and saying, this is your moment, this is your opportunity, this is the exact path and exact viral moment that's going to lead you to the very most success, and all you have to do is take it. So don't feed into like what logically makes sense or what you want so bad. You have to connect the heart and the mind. Okay, let's keep going. We have take a moment and ancestral wisdom. Honestly, it may be a good idea for you to go on a retreat right now or have some sort of healing experience, you know, some sort of spiritual experience, spending some time. It feels like just kind of resting, but like not resting, like more so getting pampered and just enjoying life. Your literal purpose right now is to enjoy life, group one, because Spirit is doing all of the heavy lifting, I'm telling you. Your ancestors have something to say to you as well. Your spirit time has been trying to connect with you. Re-strengthening those channels of communication would be very helpful as well. It says, we are your ancestors and we loved you. We walked the earth many years before you. And we ask that at this poignant time, you learn to grow from past experiences. You are our legacy and we will keep helping you as long as you continue to evolve here in the spirit world. So your ancestors are like, listen, we're here with you. We're connected. Everything is going according to plan, but you're not hearing us. More so hearing us even than listening. You're not even hearing us. Our connection is weak. So really connect to your ancestors. There may be a specific ancestor if you've had a loved one you were really close to at a young age, or, you know, someone who's recently passed. They're telling you, like, I'm connecting with you, and they're extending the olive branch to connect with you. And they really want, you know, to be more of a like front-facing role in your life where they're actually helping you and moving things around for you. So you do have to let them know that you let them in. And then we have take a moment. It says, stop. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. And that was the energy we were getting from the first cards before we even pulled from this deck. I was feeling that right away. I'm like, Spirit's like, hold up. Tell them to stop. Tell them to slow down. Because your decisions are a byproduct of your belief. Your belief is what is inside. Your decisions are the outermost outcome of what you feel inside. So if you believe that you're not being taken care of or nothing is happening, you're going to start to make choices that actually cause ripple effects to support that choice, you know, based on a false belief. It says, before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you move forward. The energy around you is so freaking potent. It could be used for good. It could be used for bad. And that's the thing about energy in general. You know, it could be used for good. It could be good. It could be used for bad. So, you know, you really want to be tapped into your higher self. We got the Seven of Swords, which is the self-sabotage card. You can even see in the symbology of the Seven of Swords how he's picking up the sword, but instead of by the handle, by the sword part, cutting himself, not even knowing it. And then the black wings, like fallen angel type of energy, like you're still an angel, but you're fallen. And what is a fallen angel? To go even further into the symbology, it's that descent from the higher frequencies to the lower. Still the same being and could still go back up, but fallen. Anyways, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I get a very psychic energy with you guys. Whenever I start getting a lot of downloads, that lets me know that my pile is very psychic or very tapped in or like really needing this message. Six of Wands is a card of success, but we have the Two of Pentacles here. So it's like, careful with your balancing act with that Two of Pentacles, because, you know, you could either succeed or you could either, that's just like eerie how the message came out. Your Two of Pentacles in the middle, and it's like Six of Wands. You can succeed above the crowd, above everyone else, or Seven of Swords. You can be your own demise. So your message, group one, Spirit is telling you to slow down, stop taking action. I would just stop taking action altogether. You can continue to shed the old, but you really want to be careful that you're not trying to like move things along. Because when you start to move things along and reason it in your head like, oh, I'm helping, or this is something that needs to be done, you know, things can still go left. We have the Four of Wands here as well. Perhaps a beneficial relationship coming through for you soon. Four of Wands is typically romance energy. Four of Wands is one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. So you may be meeting that special someone. You may also be really eager to level up your dating life. We have the Two of Swords in reverse here. Spirit is saying you can't see everything that's going on in the background, so you may want to cool it when it comes to love for now. Spirit will make it clear when it's time for you to move forward and keep going. Spirit, what else do you want to tell me for group one? Sorry if you hear the tree scratching outside of my window. It sounds insane, but it's just a tree scratching up against the glass. Wow, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you are all taken care of. That's what I see for you in your future. Ten of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Your load is getting lighter. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. You are destined for wealth and security. Oh, okay. It may come through, again, a beneficial relationship. We got the King of Pentacles here. You may be the King of Pentacles, though, and all you need is your Four of Wands. You know, your person who you really resonate with. You may have like money, security, stability all figured out. And Spirit could be saying you are the King of Pentacles and you are attracting your happily ever after, 10 of Pentacles. If you're someone who's a boss babe who makes a lot of money, you may feel like people are intimidated by you and therefore you try to water yourself down and make yourself like digestible by these people. But Spirit is like, listen, I got it. Can you please stop moving? I got it. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to give you that last little piece of your puzzle. Don't you worry. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups. You guys may struggle with vulnerability. It may be really hard for you to be authentic with people when you're in front of them because, I don't know, it just kind of comes through like maybe you're just a realist, to be honest. You know, you've observed people and you're like, people don't want authenticity. People want XYZ, whatever is going to make them feel the best or whatever is, you know, going to do this or that. So you guys may be a little bit jaded. We have the 5 of Swords and it came out kind of sideways. So Spirit is saying it depends on your perspective. You can perceive yourself as, you know, counted out, done, or you can rise above, rise to the occasion. Ignore all of those like baggages that lower your value or make you feel like you're not deserving of the 10 of Pentacles, of the very best. Like Spirit has got it. Knight of Cups is a love offer. That could be a love offer, Spirit coming in as your knight in shining armor with this Knight of Cups. Or that could be like this Four of Wands love offer where it's like you're meeting someone who isn't intimidated by your wealth or who you are. And they're still offering you their love. And this is an equally yoked person. We have the 6 of Cups here. So Spirit is like saying, listen, give me your hand, trust me, walk this path with me. And that's where you are on your journey. You may be really feeling like things aren't working out for you, or you may be feeling really confused. And Spirit is saying this is the point of your journey where you have to lean in and trust. And fake trust, it will always be sifted out because it speaks through your actions. Spirit's like, listen, you don't have to convince me, because I will be able to tell whether or not you wait. And also nothing else is like, you know, a complete sentence like, in this situation, I really feel like Spirit will work with you. So it's not like even if you do, you know, make a mistake, I would say just get, you know, tight with Spirit, like communicate, like, okay, I know I messed up, Spirit. I know I got in my own way today. I ask that you show me, the truth of this situation. I ask that you show me where I went wrong. I ask that you continue to work with me, be patient with me, you know, just be honest. We have things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you all of a sudden will be for you. Ideas, creativity, and promotion contracts are going to come into your hands. Into your hands. So this isn't something that you have to chase or go for. It's really that imposter syndrome, and also probably being on social media. Because when you see everybody else balling out, just know that's a byproduct of something that has already happened. So that's already on the decline. So you're never going to want to amount to something that's already going down. Go for your moment, your blessings, your fulfillment. We have the reason some people have walked away from you with no reason, has nothing to do with you. They've been removed from your life because the universe is taking you next. Ooh, I just got chills. Woo! The universe is taking you next. Okay. They have already served their purpose in your life. Let them go and keep moving. Greater is coming. So that's some tea, because maybe something was removed from your life and that's why you're struggling at this time to trust the process, because it's like you just want to put something else in the place of this thing that has finally ended. It's like when you finally get out of that toxic relationship, you want to cut your hair, you want to go to the club, you want to get on the apps, you want to get out there again, you want to see what's out there, you want to replace them, you want to show that, you know, you can get better and that you will get better and that this really was a blessing. But you can know that in your spirit without taking action. That's going to be counterintuitive to you, because at that point they win again. If they already won, by leaving with no explanation, or they've done you dirty, you give them complete power by manifesting something out of fear or low vibration, something without thought. Do not give them that. We have a chapter in your life is coming to an end. We got so many cards that said that. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all the things that are out of your control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you left behind. And then this one says, try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about your future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating memories, and you don't want to look back at this block in your life and say, I wasted it on literally focusing on a life that never manifested because it just wasn't meant to be. You want to live and get everything you possibly can out of this moment. Savor the time you have in this life, in this moment, and take it for everything it's worth, and be open to what truly is your future. We have divination, and I really feel like this is connected to the ancestral wisdom. You may be called to a divination tool, and there's so many. So you can look up like a list of divination tools and see maybe which one resonates with you. Divination says, embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. I'm telling you, I felt that psychic energy when I was pulling from crystal visions. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity, and don't let anyone take that from you. You know, it's a distraction. And then we have light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. I see healing for you. I see transformation. I see embodiment coming, moving forward. It is going to take patience, and it is going to take trust in spirit, but it is absolutely yours, period. Say, it is mine in the comments, because it really is yours. And that is what I have for you guys. My Etsy is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what came up for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Sunstone Crystal Point, this is your reading. We're using the Modern Witch Tarot for you today, and this is your urgent message that Spirit needed you to hear today. So glad you clicked on this video. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to be able to deliver that message, Spirit. This is for group 2 with the Sunstone. What is the message that they needed to know in this time for group 2? Okay, if you can hear a weird noise, it's a tree scraping against my window, by the way. So if you hear that, that's what that is. Okay, so tapping into this energy, I definitely see an upgrade. I see an up level. We have mutually beneficial venture and shared inspiration. So I see someone coming into your life for sure. And we're going to see what it is all about. Mutually beneficial venture. This one says there's an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. I get a mixed bag with this one, where there's like lessons being learned right now, businesses being formed, ideas being shared. I'm also tapping into an energy. It feels more like a friendship, maybe with a romantic undertone, but something that maybe started as friends or coworkers, casual, whatever. You guys are bouncing off of each other energetically, and you have very minimal interaction in the 3D. Or when you do, it has nothing to do with spirituality. Like, you guys just literally hang out like as friends, or you work together, but you're up-leveling each other. And this could be your like workplace nemesis, by the way. Look at the situation from a spiritual perspective, and you're gonna know what is more of what is going on in your life at this time, because there's a lot of relationships in your life right now that have like these deeper undertones and meanings. This does feel like a new energy. As well, shared inspiration says throw yourself into a new project, be willing to let go of time constraints and rules, and really be aware of what fulfills your heart. So you're definitely being called to honor your heart chakra more in business and in anything that makes you money, anything that you'd be doing for a long time, anything that would be like career based. Tapping into this energy, it has Spirit's name all over it. I really feel like Spirit is heavily guiding you at this time. And it may even be multiple timelines that are unfolding the more I look into it. We have disengage from outcomes, adrift in shallow water, and surrounded by love. So surrounded by love is the most important because you are protected. Some of you, this is going to look like the Sun card in the tarot deck. Some of you, this is going to look like the Tower. That's what I get. What I can feel overall for group 2 is major transformation is unfolding and happening right now. And Spirit is like, see, what you think is happening isn't even what's happening. The good part hasn't even come yet, and some of you are stepping into some major Sun card victories, promotions, you know, like life coming together, meeting the love of your life, exciting things happening, opportunities, newness. Like some of you guys, it's a lot of fun, and some of you guys, it's like, ooh, we're knucking, we're bucking, we're ready to fight. It's like a whole different vibe. It's like Tower and Sun card, which is very interesting because essentially they kind of represent similar things, but almost in a higher and shadow kind of way. The same outcome is like, you know, what's happening. Keep your heart open and know that you are being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. Spirit is pointing so much to understanding what's happening though. And based on what you believe is happening, it may cause you to take certain action that Spirit is trying to get you to avoid. So like Spirit keeps bringing me back to, no, there's something else here. There's something else there that you guys aren't paying attention to. Something, another layer that you forgot or you truly aren't seeing. We have disengage from outcomes and adrift in shallow water. This one says, take a few deep breaths, reconnect to your inner peace, notice the small things and appreciate them. Spirit is trying to deliver simple pleasures at this time, but there is something specific that does have to be done. It's like, I get this sense of urgency and a really stern Saturnian energy where Spirit's like, no, we're going to complete this. I just heard in this lifetime, that's probably going to be for one of you. You may have been avoiding this generational curse or this blockage or this growth for lifetimes, and Spirit's like, this is the life. We're going to do it. And some of you guys, it's like a challenge. I see people walking into like what they wanted or what they've been manifesting for so long, but you're getting there and it's difficult. Like I'm seeing someone struggling with fame. There's so many timelines in this pile. Disengage from outcome says, let go so that you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness that you may be holding on to. So tapping into this energy, Spirit again is bringing us back to like, but you don't even see the whole play yet. Everything hasn't even unfolded. Let's pull from another deck. Spirit, bring us deeper for group 2 into their urgent message. We have memories and self-sabotage. I'm getting a second chance energy at something. You may have done something that completely misaligned you to the opportunity that's coming up now. So like for an example, you may have fell prey to a gambling addiction and gambled away all your savings, but Spirit is still giving you like an opportunity for a windfall. There's like this energy of, okay, last time I had money, or last time I had this relationship, or last time I had this blessing or opportunity, I didn't use it well, or I completely put myself out of alignment with this at a young age because of something else that I wanted. So maybe you got in a relationship right at 17 years old, before you graduated high school, and you went down a path that's totally different than the one you would have went down if you would have prioritized like other things other than that relationship. I'm getting second chance energy, but Spirit is saying you haven't expanded enough to do things fully differently for some of you guys without pushing through this block, this barrier, this lesson, this shadow work, whatever it is that's weighing on your spirit, you will know, I'm hearing as well. So it's not like we need to define it. You know it. That's how bad you don't want to recognize it. Like, you know it. What else could it be? Could it be the way you act? You're different? No, it's not going to be something surface level. Stop it. Like, look at that big bomb, that big elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's move past it. You struggle with discipline. You struggle with making the right choices, or you struggle with whatever it is, self-sabotage. Like, Spirit is like, let's cut all the frilly stuff and just resolve this. Self-sabotage says, when you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals, but it's that inner voice that derails your plans. So Spirit is like, listen, maybe you allow too many people to speak to you as well. You know, that's another thing. When you get downloads, not everyone is going to resonate with it because it's not their message, or it wasn't put on their heart to do this in this lifetime. They're not on the path that's going to lead them to, you know, where that path is going to lead you. So don't depend on their message. They'll never completely be able to resonate and understand what you're doing. We have memories. Your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are rising within you, which may be freaky because it may be like the most smallest random stuff from like literally childhood that's popping up in your brain. It's like, what the heck? Why is that coming up? Remember the happy moments with your loved ones in the spirit world. Neither time or distance can stop that energy. So there's a loved one also reaching out to you, letting you know, I'm still here with you. I feel like a heavy energy with this pile. Whatever you're overcoming in this lifetime, in this time, is huge. And what I can say is there will be rewards. We have the cleanse card. It says your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, the house, you tidy your office, your body also needs special care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Mind, body, soul, spring cleaning, if you will. It's the perfect time to do it. Spirit is saying, like, we really need to get focused here. I get like judgment energy and star energy from the tarot deck. A huge call to action from Spirit, star, like a wish fulfillment, excitement. We have the Hanged One in reverse. I just get this energy of you guys really fighting yourself, and Spirit is saying your urgent message is there is an opportunity to move beyond everything you've done in this lifetime. There's an opportunity to quantum leap, but it's gonna be painful. It's kind of like you're living your life, and at this point in your life, you're at a point where you can generally see where it's going and being discontent with what you see. Spirit is saying, I have found a new path for you, and I will put you on it, but you have to accept it. You have to make the right choices. Something big is coming up. I'm trying not to dramatize it, but it does feel so eerie. I keep getting chills with this pile. I'm like, what the heck is this? Something huge. And I was getting a lot of timelines. So with you, of course, it'll be different for everyone, but it's like the law of relativity. It can feel exactly the same. For someone, this could be standing up to their manager. For someone else, this could be standing up to their mom. Like two totally different feelings, conversations, length of knowing each other, two different traumas. There's the work trauma, then there's the familial trauma. But it's going to feel the same because of that law of relativity, because that is the experience they're in. So you'll see how this unfolds, but I just get this energy from Spirit where Spirit is saying, you know, this is the time to get suited and booted, put on your super suit. I get this like superhero energy with you guys as well. It feels like I'm watching a movie and things are about to like go down. Spirit, can we anchor? The cards are flying out for you, by the way. Can we anchor this energy? The message meant to find them. Seven of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. This is really the undoing, but it's gonna hurt or be hard. That's what I can see. Some of you are in the midst of this journey. Some of you guys are like, yeah, I know, that's exactly what I'm dealing with right now. It's already here. Some of you, this is coming up in the near future. It's going to be scary. There's like an energy of needing to be a really delicate balance. We have the Queen of Cups, which is very interesting to me because we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Taking someone off their pedestal is something that I'm hearing. Standing up to someone. Whatever this is going to be a quantum leap. For someone, you may be standing up against your boss. For someone, you may be standing up against a low vibrational spirit that's been hounding your entire bloodline and causing them to fall prey to addictions or whatever it is. And it's been looking for you, haunting you. You've had so many opportunities to end up on that same path, or maybe you did get on that same path, and that's the quantum leap. I feel like this is the most versatility I've ever gotten energetically with how many timelines I'm tapping into. But we all live different lives, you know. It's crazy to, I wish I could have, well, not really, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. We have the Star in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. So I get that this is going to be an unopportune time. It's going to come through. This is like, I'm like, should I just stop this reading? Because I don't want to deliver this message. But you really do need to hear it. I guess better to be prepared, you know. Do you not deliver the message because the king's going to be upset? You deliver the message to save the kingdom. And that's how this kind of feels. We have the Star in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. For a lot of you, this is going to come at a bad time. Everything about the situation just honestly feels bad. It feels uncomfortable. You don't like the way you see yourself in the situation, even though you are, for a lot of you, rising above it and finally standing up to it. I'm seeing like the faces that you make when you're really upset. Someone, I'm tapping into your energy. You have control even over how you physically appear. You've spent years of conditioning, learning how not to react, and the way your face is gonna like scrunch up in the middle of this situation in retrospect is gonna make you feel disgusting, like because you hate that. Like I said, it's so specific here that I'm getting, but what I can see is a very challenging situation coming up for you, and you're being called to lead from your Queen of Cups space. The Queen of Cups is very emotionally intelligent. Not just a lover like everyone makes her out to be. You can't be like a queen and completely lead from the heart. You see what happened to die, okay? If you know, you know. So to be a true Queen of Cups, it takes a lot of strength and a lot of low-key power, presence. So shook by this pile. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. The energy that I just get overall with the tarot is honestly just think on your feet. But I do feel something brewing, something coming. It's going to be very uncomfortable, but it's going to be a quantum leap. Beyond that situation, I see wealth for you. I see happiness. Hold on, let me see. I got some cards over here. Yeah, I'm going to pull from this deck because I didn't bring a deck on the table for something to really tap into, like, okay, what would the blessings be? But for a message like this, I feel like we can't just end on, okay, this is what like the final note is. I feel like we need to know, like, what is all of this for? What is on, you know, what is the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, what is spirit bringing in for me? We have money gain. Oh my God, this is freaky. We literally have the detour card, which is how I was describing it. I'm like, it's as if spirit literally picked you up from where you are in your timeline and dropped you off somewhere else. It's literally a detour. Money gain says money is coming to you soon. Detour says you may need to take an alternative route to reach your destination. And going back to what I was saying before, imagine looking at your life and being at a point where you can generally see where it's going to go and not being okay with what you see. Spirit saw you have that moment and said, I'm going to take you out of what feels like the trenches. I ain't even going to hold you. It feels like the trenches. It could be the physical trenches for some of you. It could be the emotional trenches. It could be the spiritual trenches. Okay. That's how much variation we have with this group. But let's keep going. We have wishes, fast burner, and recovery. Fast burner. That's exactly what I was feeling, dude, with this Four of Swords in reverse. Four of Swords is like all about reflecting, taking your time, really like looking at your journey slowly and detail oriented. Spirit's like, no, we don't have time. Star in reverse. This is not coming at the best time, an opportune time. Something will start rapidly. Brace yourself. We have recovery and wishes. Recovery says you will bounce back from love-related issues. Wishes says you will experience a wish fulfillment. Dreams really do come true. So what I can say is on the other side, I would say a money gain. I mean, anything your heart really desires, because with the detour card, with Spirit saying, I'm taking you where you are and putting where you wanted to see yourself be, that's whatever you want. Like huge, 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 huge rewards. And I feel like that's why there's so many timelines, because it's so freaking personal with Spirit right now. Spirit is like the devil was on your neck and I took that personally. Like, you know, something detoured your life and I took that personally because I had a plan for you. I'm trying so hard not to be a Cancer right now. And it's also that time of the month, so it doesn't help. But honestly, I just want to cry. I love to see people... I love to see Spirit showing up for people. I love to see people showing up for themselves. And that's like written all up and through your pile. Everything that you've been through up until this point, there has been a reason for it. Like I'm telling you, Spirit, God, the divine, the higher power has your back. Spirit does care about you. Heavy. We have solitude. We did have the Hermit that was at the bottom of the deck at one point, but it was in reverse. So Spirit is kind of saying we don't have the time anymore. With this solitude card, I get this is the calm before the storm. And I would take a moment today to just speak out loud or pray or journal, whatever it is that you do when you communicate with Spirit, meditate. And tell Spirit how you're feeling and what you're hoping for, looking for, and just everything on your mind and how you feel. We have the taking risk card. Something is going to come out of the blue and it is going to be a quantum leap for you. Spirit is like, take the opportunity. Take the opportunity because it's truly a wish fulfillment. Say you got in a relationship right before high school ended, had 3 babies back to back, didn't end up going to school, been waitressing, been doing odd jobs or just taking care of your kids, whatever, right? This is like Spirit coming in and saying, here's an opportunity to work this place. Oh, by the way, you're going to be making $300,000 a year and it has childcare in the building. And actually, you're so high up in the company that we actually hire a nanny in case you have kids in this position. So your kids are going to be able to be like, it's just going to be absolutely insane. And like, what? How is this my life? It is a quantum leap. Take the leap. That is what I have for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. I also offer custom spell work on there. And that is what I have for you guys today. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Tiger's Eye Crystal Point, this is your reading. We've had some very powerful readings today. You guys, as I cut the deck, we have, oh, they were both upside down. We have the 2 of Cups and the World card. This isn't a romance reading really, but whatever comes up, we're open to. And we're going to see what message is meant to find you. The piles have been very different, a little triggering, like a little crazy, chaotic. So let's see what you guys get, Spirit. This is for group 3 with the Tiger's Eye. Nice. Well, I definitely see things changing for you guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have persistent drive, number 11. So Spirit is saying, I see your hustle. I see the work that you've been putting in. I see you, and you are getting recognized in the future. This one says, see what you desire and move towards that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. So Spirit is letting you know, like, listen, tap into your intuition at this time. Keep going, because we're having a breakthrough. We got breaking through to new dimensions. This one says a new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. For some of you, this is going to be a third eye chakra awakening. If you hear like creaking or anything, there is a tree right outside my window, and the branches, when it's windy, like scrapes against the window. So that's what that is. A third eye or a crown, I would say. I really want to say third eye. I see you guys seeing things, hearing things, the dream space being really turned up for you, astral travel, traveling through different dimensions, getting downloads while you're awake, like having these crazy, I guess the best way to describe it is epiphany, but it's called, you know, it's a download when it's like something from spirit. But I see you guys getting visions and all sorts of like spiritual upgrades. That is definitely something coming with your total submersion, your new path, your breakthrough. It says, do not be afraid to totally immerse yourself into a project, an interest, or a goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you will find what your life has been lacking. So I get this energy of strong creativity. For some of you, it's just crazy because it's like, what was it, Jay-Z, he started to rap at, was it 31 or 33 or 34? So somewhere in his 30s, he had his first album released already in his 30s, and someone who now literally owns a record label. So that's how this feels, like something that you may feel like you're too late for. We have adrift in shallow water. It says take deep breaths, reconnect to your inner peace, notice the small things and appreciate them. So Spirit is trying to give you like small little wins and, you know, bursts of happiness and things like that. But I feel like there's just this tight space energy that you guys are in. It feels like a tight space. It feels like you're being submerged into your new life, whatever that will look like for you. I see a lot of creativity and confidence in that new life. We have strength and reach out. This is interesting. I feel a calling here for a lot of you as well. Spirit is calling you to action. This feels purpose-based. We have reach out, study, and strength. This one says, we know that you're reaching out right now for help to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting as it is as offering help. So Spirit is definitely calling you guys into mission right now. I'm so curious as to what this mission is. I want to jump to the tarot so bad. And then it says, where was I? It just said, and knowing that it is okay to accept support, however it is presented to you, was the last little bit of that card. We have the strength card here. It says strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings you confidence, conviction, and a balanced mind, body, and soul. Spirit has its own unique way of replenishing your soul on a continual basis, and you are never truly alone. Spirit is like, we're here, and I'm just so curious, like, what is this elephant in the room? It feels so big. It feels like your life purpose is unfolding right now, group 3. And Spirit is saying we're totally submerging you in it. So you may have had like some stop and go action where it felt like you were going to get into a life purpose bag, but then things stopped or things changed. This is definitely a move forward. Study says Spirit has its own way of letting you know when it's time to study again. From time to time, it's important to go back and learn, whether it's learning old things in a new way. Ooh, interesting. So this could be you doing something you've already done, but like 10 times better. So the opportunity is coming in. So like, say for an example, this is like an energy of you, you did a lot of plays in your childhood, and then, you know, life went on, you went to college, you did whatever. So you never really had the dream or gave up the dream of being an actor, but an opportunity literally falling into your lap. And it's like, okay, you're going to have to brush up on this, but also this is going to be something that you're doing better than you did even before. Because now you're conscious, now you have more life experience, you have more tools and things like that, more experiences. I love this energy. This is an opportunity to expand your mind, is the last line here. And I definitely felt that as well. Heavy, heavy, strong energy of spiritual download and upgrades and activity. Some of you guys really do feel like you want something else though. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse and the 9 of Wands. So like, for an example, this is going to be different for everyone. So say Spirit is calling you into your life purpose, and Spirit is, you know, putting you back in the teacher position. You may feel like, I've already walked away from the teacher position. I don't want to be the teacher anymore. I don't want to be the resource. I don't want to be the person that's saving the day. I just want to be, you know, I just want to live a simple life. I just want to live a simple life. I don't want a bunch of lessons and complexity. Like, I'm good without that. I do feel like a little bit of rejection of this pile. I feel like your priorities are just in other places. What I can feel for you, group 3, Spirit is trying to usher you into some sort of purpose, or I just heard grand finale for someone. Spirit is trying to push you into an experience. And I feel like in an earlier part of your journey, you would have been more open to this, but now it's like, no, I don't want that. I just want, there's also this energy of feeling like you need to be paid back still from some other things. It's like, Spirit, how could you ask me to, you know, do this when I still haven't got paid back for that work that I did? It kind of, I'm getting a little bit of that as well. 6 of Wands in reverse kind of feels like there's no benefit here. You may find that you're consistently being called to be something for someone or to do something, but when you do it, you're the one who gets hurt and you don't see any benefits of doing it. We have the 2 of Wands in reverse. You really don't want to do this anymore, specifically because of who you are at this point in your journey. You're in 9 of Pentacles position. It's like, I'm already wealthy, happy, abundant, and whole on my own. If I have to be alone, just let me know, universe. I will literally be alone, because if it's just more lessons, more dead-end jobs, more whatever that I don't want in my reality, I'm just gonna find out how to make it work on my own. I just get this energy of you guys, like 4 of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I really don't want this. I don't even want to think about it. I feel like you guys really need a win, group 3, and the message that I get is Spirit like really being like, stick in there. Knight of Wands, you are the person for this job. And there's just this energy of you really wanting to live a different kind of life, but Spirit is saying like, what this looks like is not totally what it's going to end up being. We have the Magician in reverse. Spirit is being a little, you know, giving us like pushback. It's very Saturnian, like father time type energy. Like, this is what you need to do. You don't really have a choice here. And I'm like, okay, hold up, Spirit. Don't do too much in front of these folks, okay? Tell them this in their private reading. I don't want to be responsible for this message. And Spirit is like, Magician in reverse, okay? They really need to lean into this journey here. We have the Emperor in reverse. I don't know, you guys. I just get this energy that someone really needs you. But we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, I have nothing left to give to dead end spaces. That's the only thing. But Spirit is like kind of getting you through to the other side of things through people, which happens all the time. Like, you know, if you like, one of my best friends I met through some other girl that I'm not friends with anymore. And my best friend today, I've been friends with her, for like 8 years. Like, maybe 10 years, to be honest, like 10 years actually. And like, imagine I never met that other broad that I don't like anymore. Like, hate her, love the bestie. Sometimes spirit uses other people to connect you to something that's actually solely for you. But I feel like you guys are like, I can see how this is benefiting that person, and I won't let that happen again. I won't end up in a position where I'm used again to help someone who doesn't deserve it. So that's kind of like the problem. That's the thing. That's exactly what's happening right now. And spirit is saying that is but a vessel to get you to so much better of a place and to so many better things. We have shine from within and music. Spirit may be communicating to you through music at this time. It says, listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music that you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Quite literally, they like songs, they like, music. And also, spirit really responds really, really well when you use your voice. Write spirit a song, say what it is that you're feeling. It can be just something short, a little hymn, something that you chant over and over whenever you want to welcome spirit into your space, whatever you're comfortable with. Create a little melody, and charm your angels, God, the divine, your spiritual team. Charm them. Call the energy towards you. Sing to the money, whatever it is that you want. Sing out for the love. Call out for it. Be vulnerable. Shine from within says, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines within, and it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to this is a time for self-acceptance and a time for revealing your true beauty. So I see you guys just turning into a butterfly. It's like you're waking up to the potential you've always had. There's this very interesting energy of you seeing. I was talking about this to group 2 as well, but it's like you're looking into the future. Imagine looking into the future and kind of seeing what's ahead for you and not liking it. There's an energy right now where there's a second chance being given. For you, it's more so an opportunity or a lifestyle, this really feels like, but that you are connected with through another person. And spirit is really wanting you to shine at this time. Spirit is really wanting you to go for it. I just heard humor me. We have celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out, dance, and play. An invitation could be on the way. I definitely get that invitation, opportunity, energy. You guys may be more homebodies at this point, or you may be like no new friends. You may be someone who's closed off to new people. You may be like, yeah, I'm done with all I'm done with all the new friends. I'm not doing that. I'm flying free. Okay, I am on my own. And I'm not letting anyone in at this time. So I just feel difficulty for you guys. Ultimately, the message that I'm getting for you, group 3, some of you are being called into mission right now. It's going to be a situation where someone is asking you to help them, or where someone needs your help. They may not ask you because, spirit is divinely orchestrating this, not this person. So this person may not come to you and say, I need help, but spirit did put that person in your life for that reason. The main message that I get, I do see there being an energetic exchange here. I do see you giving something, whether it's your time, energy, resources, whatever. But I see you, that person being a link connecting you to the other side. That may be through another person, that may be through an opportunity. That being connected to that person may put you in the right place at the right time. Say you're just going out to eat with that person, just living life, not expecting anything to happen. And then you meet, someone who has the ability to give you an audition for a Netflix show, and it's not something you expected, and it's not something you had been working towards. You gave up acting. It was something you did in your childhood, but just being in the same place at the same time, essentially because this person is getting you out of your house and putting you in new other spaces, and Spirit kind of looking out for you is what's connecting you with this opportunity or whatever it is on the other side. So the message that I mainly get for you, group 3, is Spirit is telling you to keep going. At the bottom of the deck, we had persistent drive. So that's that energy of Spirit saying, like, keep going, keep going. We have opening to love. So this could even be a romantic relationship that's ahead for you as well. We have try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. And this energy is so strong. Spirit's like, don't think about the past, don't worry about the future. But it's like impossible when you haven't built that habit up. This one says, when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release old hurts and old worries and regrets. Commit to being here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Another card talking about the past and letting it go. This one says sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that's been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. So many of these cards, Spirit is like really telling you to push through. And that's ultimately the message for you, group 3. It's going to vary your exact steps and journey from person to person. But ultimately, Spirit is saying, like, it's time to hightail it out of here. We have a quantum leap ahead. We have standstill in truth. So I do get this energy throughout your spread where there is something about perspective here. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, return back to the original reason. Like, for an example, in the beginning of where you are now, it may have been, the beginning was like you just got broken up with, or you just broke up with someone, but you're happy to have your freedom again. You know, it was like, it could have been more of a positive thing. And it's like, you've been on this in this space for a while that now at this point you look at it as a standstill. And Spirit is like, this was previously your freedom. Your perspective has changed. Remember how we got here or why we're here. That's going to help you kind of temper your emotions in the present to help you better deal with where it is that you are. We also have enlightenment and abundance. So that enlightenment energy, spiritual energy coming up again, of Spirit saying, I'm sending you downloads. Like I said, I really felt strongly in the beginning of your reading. Third eye chakra activation, 100%. Enlightenment is happening right now. I'm sending you downloads. Make sure you're open to receiving them and spending time in meditation or spending time activating your dream space so that I can better communicate with you. And we have the abundance card. So I see wealth. I see financial abundance in your future where you're taken care of and you're secure. I definitely get a little bit of an energy, to be honest, though. It does get harder before it gets easier, because of whatever challenge is coming at you at this time. But brave it with a brave face. Keep going. Even when it feels uncomfortable, Spirit has a plan and reason behind why everything is unfolding the way it is. Instead of immediately dipping out on it, try to just do that service, change that life, and Spirit will pull you through to the other end. And that is what I have for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. That is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, if you chose group 4 with the Finchinite Crystal Point, this is your reading. What is your urgent message? Your urgent message, your urgent blessing. Spirit wants you to find. What do you need to hear? What do you need to know in this time? What has Spirit been trying to communicate to you, group 4? That is what we're going to find out today. Okay, so something has changed for sure. I feel like it's something that has changed within you internally, and it's causing you to feel more and more trapped by your environment or your situation. We have rediscover your zeal. So there's definitely something internal that has changed, and it's making you feel like everything outside of you isn't authentic. The shows that you watch anymore don't resonate. The people you hang around don't resonate. The people you used to respect, you don't respect as much anymore. The things that you like, down to like the foods that you're into these days, something really seems to have changed internally, and you're becoming more and more irritated as time goes on with your external environment because the external is not matching the change that you see internally. Spirit is guiding you on a path of rediscovering, like, okay, what is it that appeals to me now? What do I resonate with now? What feels like home to me now? Where feels like home to me now? What are the new things on my journey that I resonate with? This one says, pay attention to the passion that you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, and travel, or even your work relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. So Spirit is saying, like, I'm putting these things in your mind, in your spirit for a reason. I'm ready for you to go further into who you are and to start this new leg of your journey. We have changed direction with ease. So again, I definitely felt like where you are now, or the direction that you were going before, what you were trying to work towards or do, it doesn't resonate anymore. And the tricky thing about this is, for some of you, you've invested money into the direction you were going. You've invested money, time, energy, and it's hard to let that go and start to do other things where it's like you have such a huge investment at this point. So I feel like that's going to be, if it's not already, a huge source of tension and keep you tethered to your current path, because it's like, well, everything I have invested, I need those, I'm gonna need my dividends. I'm gonna need my return on that investment. I can't just go on a new journey without at least getting what I've already invested back. This one says, this is time for a change, shape-shifting, or your soul's evolution. It's a time to reconsider what you want. You may be in for a surprise. So I really feel Spirit calling you to let that go. You will get the return on your investments, but I don't feel like it's going to be right away. Because I also feel like the path you were on, you weren't going to get an investment very soon anyway. So something about what it is you were doing before, the market would have to change, and then you'll see your dividends. This is such a random example, but the other day I got a YouTube video recommended to me from like 10 years ago and then 8 years ago, and it just clicked in me. That was personally a message for me personally, but Spirit is saying you continue to do what you're being called to do. Your stuff will pop when there's the right environment for it. So it doesn't matter if it's 10 years ago you're making a video, it could go viral and bring you money literally a decade from now. So of course I'm not feeling like you're gonna have to wait that long or anything crazy like that. But I do really get Spirit saying, do not sit here, because you're just going to be sitting and watching. You're literally just going to be sitting, watching, and waiting, and nothing is going to happen. You will receive the return on your investments, period. But you need to let it go. You need to let it go and move forward, so that you can manifest what's potent in this time, what I have for you in this time. Something about that, it didn't feel right, or maybe it wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe the journey you're on, you're committed to, but it wasn't what Spirit had told you to do anyways. We have take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. Spending time in silence, or having white noise in the background would be very beneficial for you at this time. If you're always listening to like YouTube videos, or you have something, it's just overloading your mind with rhetoric and causing you to focus your intention on all these, little things that was only meant to be like something just to have playing in the background, but your subconscious mind is still holding on to that and keeping that and developing beliefs and systems based on what you're listening to. So if you're always listening to music, unless it's like lyricless, like a song with no lyrics or in another language, I really wouldn't advise listening to too much music or videos or, you know, just content at this time, because it is having an effect on you. We have memories and choices. I do get a little bit of an energy of you being scarred. Spirit is really wanting you to jump on this new path, but it's hard for you to when you look at the path that you'd be jumping off of and you haven't received your you know, return on your investment. Memories says your memories are like diamonds in the treasure chest of your spirit. More and more memories are arising within you. Remember the happier moments with your loved ones that are here in the spirit world. Neither time or distance can stop that energy of love that you have for another. Whether it's a person that's still in this 3D reality with you, or someone that you're having a hard time navigating without, or moving on from, or, you know, dealing like with life without having their support, whatever it is, Spirit is calling you to, when you do think about those times, think about them fondly, but don't get back in that bag where you're irritated. I really get this energy of you attacking yourself, like internally, like your system. Like think about yourself as a computer. It's like you have a virus and you keep downloading songs, you know what I'm saying? You keep burning CDs. Like anyone who, if you know, you know. Back in the day where we didn't have like streaming and you just had to burn CDs, but it would like literally kill your computer, and then your parents would be pissed, like, why the hell is ours so slow? And it's like, I don't know, maybe, you know, no, I caught my brother looking at porn. Okay. It wasn't me. Anyways. Those were the times, those were the days. But think about yourself like a computer, you know, and it's like you just keep downloading stuff when you already have a virus, you already have a problem. Because you don't have enough free space, whenever you listen to something, even if it's like just one song, like it instantly can really have a big effect on you. I really feel like you guys need some cleansing. Some internal cleansing. I'm trying to keep their faces out of frame because it keeps focusing on them and brightening up the camera. Choices says, when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to the outside world. So I just get this energy of you being very influenced by, you know, outside. I haven't been on social media like that in a while. I haven't had TikTok in over a year, and I used to be obsessed with TikTok because I noticed that I wasn't funny anymore. I wasn't like me anymore. I lost every aspect of myself because whenever something funny happened, I would just say like the funny thing that was trending at the time. You know what I mean? Like say I'm trying to think of like a popular sound to give you an example. At the time, I know this one is old, but at the time when I was on TikTok, my table, it's broken. This girl, she did a TikTok and she was talking about how she was on a date and like the server dropped a tray or something, and so she said, I was feeling myself and I said that, oh no, our table, it's broken. And the guy she was on a date with wasn't on TikTok, and he looked at her like, what is wrong with you? And she was like, oh, it's a TikTok, you're not on TikTok. And he's like, no, I'm not on TikTok. Anyways, I say all that to say you lose your sense of self when you're on social media. You even look at the comments of a video and it's like everybody's saying the exact same thing, and it's like, where did we get to the point where literally it's cool just to be a robot? It's cool not to have anything new to bring to the conversation, but literally repeat the same thing everybody else is saying, or the same sound. You don't pull anything out of your own being because there's nothing there. It's been so long since you've tapped into your own being. There's literally nothing there anymore. So I feel like you guys are just like, your system is overwhelmed with BS and with everybody else's opinions and beliefs. Oh, now that's freaky. We got soul solitude. That it's literally time for you to spend some time in soul solitude, but it's more than just a social media break. It's like, you know, that you need time to spend with yourself and like literally go insane until your real self comes back out ferociously. Soul solitude says your soul needs attention. There are moments where it's important for you to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, which is literally everything we've been talking about, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time for you. When's the last time you literally did something just for you? You spent time in soul solitude and took care of yourself. Spirit, what is the message they need to know? So far, what I'm getting for you guys, I do see an internal change that has happened naturally, but beyond that, you're being called to rediscover like your zeal, your sense of self, and to change direction and to let go of your previous investments, and to know in your heart and your spirit and to trust that you will be repaid for that. With the proper conditions, your stuff will pop off regardless, whether it's 10 years from now, when that algorithm changes and now what you've keyed in to your video, to your creation, to your whatever your investment is in the right environment, it will pop. And that's just period. And then third, I do feel for a few of you that one of your loved ones is trying to reach out to you. But also not getting trapped in your memories and in the past was a big one. And then 4, we have choices, making new choices, building new habits. Spirit is saying habits, and it's such a like an underrated like tool. Creating habits has been the most transformational thing that I have ever done. Literally just creating habits and consistently doing it, even if you can't do it to the best of your ability, but creating that habit. And now in the morning, where it's like before, I used to sleep in, like, guys, I used to sleep until like 2, 3 p.m. Okay, listen, I like my sleep. Okay. But now I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning consistently. My body wakes me up because I've built such a habit to do that. And then, you know, 5th, for you guys, that soul solitude. So we got a lot of downloads and things Spirit has been trying to communicate with you right out the gate, you know, only into the first half of your reading that we already have like 5 key things. And I feel like the other piles maybe got 5 things max altogether. If you hear that, there's a branch scraping up against my window, by the way, if you hear some weird noises. But yeah, Ace of Swords, taking action, communication. I feel like it's just, there's too much noise around for you that Spirit's like word vomit. Like, you haven't been able to get any of these messages, or Empress in reverse, you haven't been honoring your own intuition, or you just haven't been surrendering to these. Maybe you know everything, you know all of this, you know, you've been called to do this, and this is the path you've been, you know, trying to get on, but you just haven't surrendered to it. Spirit is also going to give you something better. I'm going to keep it a buck. We have the 4 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Staffs in reverse, and the Strength card here. So there is like a marriage or a relationship that did not work out, and it's been hard for you to let go of. For some of you, it may be with your Empress, your mother, or a feminine. Maybe, you know, for one of you, she, you know, passed, so you haven't been able to remedy that relationship in the 3D. But a lot of you, it's really about getting out of your own way and tapping into your discipline. You've been in your feminine energy so long that it turned masculine, because when you use your femininity as a tool, it's no longer feminine, it's masculinity, because it is controlled. It is not free. It is not receptive. It is being programmed. So if you took your femininity and you said, okay, I'm so intuitive, yeah, I know this person needs this, well, I'm going to give this to them, and then you start using yourself as a tool, you are no longer even in your feminine energy, and you think, oh, I'm being so loving, so caring, and I'm doing the most. You're just draining yourself, draining your cup, and you're actually in your masculine energy, which is why you can't receive anything. You know that saying, like, you go so far left, you end up back right? I feel like that's where you guys have been. That's the space, you know, you've been trapped in. And we have the 5 of Coins in reverse. Spirit is like, you're never going to find what you're looking for. It's not going to happen. And with this 5 of Swords, you may be becoming more secretive about what it is that you're doing. I feel like some really bad habits now are just done in secret, instead of, you know, you telling your friends like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm dealing with, or, you know, whoever, whatever. It's just now done in secret, but it's still being done. And Spirit is like, we need to have this breakthrough, because I do have something more for you. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, which for me is always an angel number of steps. It starts with the self, and then you move to the 2 with the desire and working with universal order, the higher power. And then you get to the 3, mind, body, and soul. You finally start to feel that wholeness. You're in your bag. You know what you're doing. And then 4, the number of structure, the number of foundations. You've finally done it because you've gone from the 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4. You've taken all the steps. You haven't picked and choose which part of the journey or which part of the message you want to surrender to. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've taken the steps. You've done all of it. You've done it the right way. You're getting what it is that you want. So Spirit is saying this happens in steps. And it's like you want your confirmation now when you're going to get your confirmation when you have it. Oh, that is so freaky. Why does this keep happening with your reading? You see how he's stepping up on the rock? There's so many that keeps happening. It happened before with soul solitude when we were talking about that before. And now we're talking about the steps, and you can literally see him, 6 of staff, moving up the rock, moving above other people with his golden staff. You're different. But the thing is, like, if you choose to be the same as everyone else, you lose your wings, you know? You become like everyone else, and that's the thing. This is a very layered reality. You could be the golden child. You could be, you know, the next Jesus, literally incarnated here to do amazing things. But if you choose to be a layman, if you choose to be like everyone else, you will lose that ability. And I've seen this happen personally where it's like I've been giving an amazing idea and I didn't do anything with it. And then months later, I see other people doing it. And I'm like, I was supposed to be doing that. That was supposed to be my golden moment. What the hell happened? Spirit will listen. That download is on earth. That is how you received it. That energy is here. So someone else on this planet, someone who's willing, who wants it more, who's hungry, can pick up that download and take it. And you can still do it and have success with it. But, you know, and they always say, like, what's for you won't miss you. It won't. It didn't. It came to you. You didn't act on it. We have the 10 of staffs in reverse. I get this energy of you guys being tired, and Spirit is saying with this temperance card, that's how you supersede that, because that's a huge part of the problem. There's so much overwhelm with all this rhetoric and music and just noise, causing you to feel overwhelmed, because it's like hard for you to move on your own when you have everyone else's opinion in your head. You know, like when you look at your phone and then you turn your phone screen off and close your eyes, you will still see the words or whatever it is that you were looking at. And that's in your subconscious. You can't consciously read it unless it was super clear when you have your eyes closed, but that is in your subconscious. So all those tweets you're reading all day, every day is in your subconscious, whether you rejected it or not, whether you agreed with it or not, you still read it. It is in your subconscious, just weighing you down. We have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you guys need a huge lifestyle change, to be honest. And that's where Spirit is calling you. I love the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. We're using Miss Cleo's Tarot Power deck, by the way. I love the Queen of Pentacles, or sorry, the Queen of Cups in this deck because she reminds me of the Queen of Pentacles, because she's the Queen of Cups, okay? Very giving, a lot of life force. You got the Ankh on her head, you know, the symbolism, but she's sitting on a pile of gold in a gold chair. Like, she's got wealth, prosperity. You got the fish here in the background. You got water. Ugh, just everything. She has everything because of who she is. But she doesn't give away her love. She's not holding her cup open for a man, for a person who doesn't deserve it. She's holding her cup open to feed the birds. I really feel like Spirit has been calling you to step onto another path. And it is hard for you to do. But Spirit is saying this is the time to create those healthy habits. We have moderation here. Everything in moderation, you know. This card says, is there something that you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. This can be applied to mind, body, and soul, though. What you're eating, what you're consuming, into your spirit, into your mind, into your life, into your home, into your body, and more than one ways. Through the mouth, through the other spaces, you know. And we have temptation. It says, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? That is so freaking freaky, because I was literally talking about that in the middle of your reading. I'm like, it feels like you're just doing things more in secret. It doesn't feel like things have completely changed, and really Spirit is calling you to have that major breakthrough. Spirit wants so much more for you. It says, perhaps one that, are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says that you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever the guise. So Spirit is saying, listen, it is going to take time. And yes, it is going to be hard. I'm not going to deny that. But this is your path. Everyone is taking your ideas and your path, your abundance that you could have. Let me get one more, Spirit, for group 4. This one says, when you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being here in the now. Forgive yourself where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. I'm just going to recap because there's a bunch of things that came up. First of all, I feel something emerging within you. It's like your innermost self is trying to fight its way out. It will become more and more uncomfortable as time goes on, so surrender to that. Rediscover your inner zeal. It's time to change directions. There's a loved one trying to reach out for you, and for some of you, this is talking about the memories that are holding you back. Look at them fondly, but allow yourself to forgive, let go, do shadow work if you need to, journal about it until you literally have nothing else to say about it, until it absolutely has no reason to come up because there's nothing else to be said. With this choices card, it's about creating new habits and new choices. Starting today with what you're being called to, mind, body, and soul, whatever it is. If Spirit is telling you wake up earlier and, try to eat a little better, leaning into that. Soul solitude, cutting out the noise. Maybe getting off of social media completely. Stop hanging around certain people. Listening to content in the background unless it doesn't have any words to it. I would say you need to do that for about a month, to be honest, because it's going to take some time to clear all of that rhetoric. And then beyond that, instead of doing things in secret, standing up, getting some energy. I would look up on Amazon, energy supplements if that's what you need, if you need energy, if you just simply don't have the energy. And then beyond that, it's really about not fighting yourself anymore and tapping into your higher self. And you can only do that by creating that space for it. So everything is kind of connected together, but Spirit is sending you messages, ideas, and downloads. And don't allow anyone else to take, what's supposed to be your destiny by not fulfilling it yourself. That is what I have for you. My Etsy is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading or a custom spell work. I offer that there too. That is what came up for you today. That is what I have for you, group 4. I'll talk to you soon.